Okay.
Okay, so first of all, you've had a really long career, and if you could summarize it a bit and tell us especially what you're doing now and what you did in your beginnings in Atari.
Okay. I started out basically as an engineer, going to college, working at an amusement park summers. And because of that combination, I came up with the first commercial video game. And that turned out to be a start of a very interesting career. I sold Atari, and then I did a large pizza chain that had a game room and fun, and sold that in the 80s. Then I did a toy company that had robots and various things. And then I did another restaurant company that had touchscreen ordering and various other things. Along the way, I did a venture capital firm that invested in automobile navigation and shopping and some very, very important things that later on turned out to be very big businesses. Right now I am on the board of Atari once more, which we're seeing if we can't bring back. And I'm working on a high school project, which I bring some game technology and some things that I've learned about behavior for kids and young adults into the educational world. And I believe that I can make a difference. And that's my current project.
Okay, and in your lecture, you've been talking about what you did at the beginning a bit in Atari, and then you talked about all the innovations in the technology field. How is it possible that in so little time so many things happen? And so especially in the technological field, what happened in between?
It turns out that people today, that we all build and stand on other people's shoulders, and the software tools are so much more powerful. Like today, it is possible to do in 15 minutes in software, which when I started the video game side, it would take us months to do the same amount. And so everything gets easier and faster and better, and there's this combination now of hardware and software and building blocks that instead of building each little building block, we just take them off the shelf and build them and create wonderful things. And it's only going to get faster. And I mean, you will not need to drive a car in 10 years. They will drive for you. Think about that. That's really important. That's interesting.
Yeah. So you have been in this field like for so many years in this industry, how do you see the future?
The future will be a combination of hardware and software, new game designs, new things. But for example, whoever thought that your telephone was going to be a game player? Who thought that the iPad was going to be an important game feature? You know, these were things that didn't exist just a year ago or 2 years ago. It will continue to evolve both hardware and software. I believe that bioimplants are going to be very interesting, where all of a sudden we become cyborgs, the Borg. And I think that we will just find that our lives will constantly be technologically augmented, and it will make us more efficient, more productive, and I think happier.
And now talking only about video games, Pong was the start of it all. What other video games would you say that are the most important
I can't hear you. I couldn't hear.
What other video games would you say that are really important and that made a difference? And that thanks to that in the evolution of video gaming and video games?
I think the video games that have been very important are, in terms of technology, there was Pong, and then there was the first driving game, the track series of driving games. Then I think in the PC world, well, then the BCS and the consoles and that sort of thing, the start of the consoles. And then the PC came along, and I think that Doom was a very important game. It was revolutionary at the time. I think that Mario Brothers, you know, the Adventures of Link on the Nintendo, was really fun and very engaging. I think that later on, I think that Halo was a very, very important, powerful game. Of course, Counter-Strike, wonderful game. I personally really like some of the puzzle games, from, you know, Mafia Wars to some of these other things on the Facebook. Interesting dynamic. Not really a game, more about your friendships. I think right now, for me, I'm playing a lot of games on the iPad. And it's with me. It's easy to travel with. I have long battery life. It's a very good companion as a game player. And I think that as these tools get better, I think that we will see more and more people integrating gameplay into their life.
Okay. What tips would you give to someone that is starting in the video game design and programming? What suggestions, what tips would you give him or her?
I think anyone can be successful today. All they have to do is try. There are so many tools that software that people can buy or rent or just share, and develop a video game with no technical skills, no artistic skills, just a good idea, and they can bring it to market. And so in some ways it's easier to be a game millionaire today than ever before. And it's a worldwide market. And so you can be in Bilbao, you can be in China, you can be anywhere, design a good game, publish it in the world, be successful. Mm-hmm. Just do it. You can't do it if you don't try. First step, try.
Okay, and to finish, we were wondering if you knew that Atari, the name Atari in Basque, in the Basque language, means portal.
Means what?
Portal?
Portal?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ah, I did not know.
It's a funny detail, perhaps you...
Well, hopefully Atari will be a pathway into the future.
Okay, that was all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.